Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Here I am with another case on share capital where the shares issued by the company were 60,000 but the applications were received even for the less number or sometimes equal number, or the case 3 where they have received the application for more than issued by the company. So here we have to discuss the three cases. I hope you remember the discussed in the earlier video that were the journal entries relating to your share capital issue. The first entry we say bank account debit to equity share application, and second entry is equity share application to equity share capital. Follow on with the allotment and first and final call, or first, second, third, like their calls can be. But in this case, the full amount of ₹100 each was payable on application. So first of all, what journal we have to make? As he says, the full amount is payable on application. So bank account debit to equity share application and allotment. Full word would be written over here, application and allotment account. Being application money received fully, being received ₹100 fully on application, right? This would be the first journal. And second journal we talked about in the last video was, that is equity share application to equity share capital. Here equity share application and allotment both would be debited because the amount was fully payable at the time of the application. So full amount was payable at the time of application. So we write equity share application and allotment account debit to equity share capital. Now the next point over here is that how to write narration, being application money transferred to equity share capital account, right? No further entry would be made for your allotment first call because amount was fully payable on your application. So here two journal would be there in case if we says that ₹100 is fully payable on application. The journal would be bank account debit to equity share allotment application and allotment, then equity share application and allotment account debit to equity share capital account. We will transfer it to the capital account, right? So this two journal would be there. Now there are three cases how to put the amount for your debit and credit in the three different cases. We have to decide upon that. For the first case, he says if the applications were received for 45,000 shares when the company was making issue of shares 60,000. When company made issue of shares 60,000 and application received were 45,000, this is known as the case of the under subscription. Okay, now keep in one thing in your mind, that is, as you know very well, that if in any case any of the college issues the seats or calls out for the admission to the students, and they have, let's suppose over here, they have 600 seats, right? 600 seats they have for the admission of the student, but the students actually applied only for 450 seats. So this is known as the under subscription. Now the question is this, that we will have to take 60,000 shares or 45,000 shares. Go back to the example now. When I am saying a college is having 600 seats, but the students applied for 450 seats. But obvious, the question will be dealt in this case with 45,000 shares in this case, and in case of the college with your 450 seats, because the people who have applied for, they would only make you the payment. The rest for which you have received no application, there is a difference of 15,000 for which no application is received, no application money would have also been received. So for case 1, what would be the amount to come over here, that is 45,000 into 100, because this 100 rupees was payable only once in one go. So how much amount is received by the firm? That is 45 lakh rupees received, which they actually transfer to their equity share capital. So the point to be highlighted here is, in case of the under subscription, the question is attempted with the subscribed share. The subscribed share here were 45,000. So this is the case 1. Bank account debited to equity share application and allotment 45 lakh. This account debited to equity share capital with rupees 45 lakh. So this is the first case. Now going along the situation second. In the case 2, he is saying to us that the applications were received for 60,000 shares. How many were issued? 60,000. How many applications were received? 60,000. It's just like that if a theatre hall is having a seats of 600 and actually 600 people have come to enjoy the movie, then the whole of your theatre is fully packed in that case. So how many seats are filled? 600. That means issued and received, if they are equal to each other, that is the case of fully subscribed. That is known as fully subscribed. Now here the question would be done with how many number of shares? That is 60,000 number of shares. So here the amount received by the company would be 60,000 into 100. So case 2, we will take the amount, that is 60 lakh. How much amount is received? 60 lakh. And how much amount is adjusted? That is also 60 lakh in second case, because it was the case of the fully subscribed, right? So this is done. Now case number 3. Actually the company issued 60,000 shares, but applications were received for how many shares? 85,000 shares. Now suppose it to be that if a college is having 600 seats and applications are received for 850 seats, then how many seats a college can allot to the maximum of 600 seats, right? Because whatever seats they have been authorized by the university affiliation, only that many number of seats can be admitted. Same in this case, when a company is authorized to issue 60,000 shares, then he can only make a issue with 60,000, not with 85,000. But the important point to be noted here is, I have already told you in the last video that when a company is issuing the shares, right, 60,000 shares, they put into the market, let it to be the market. Then the people applied for these shares, right? In the case of applied for these shares by 85,000 shares. Now how they will apply? By filling a form, right, and also paying the application money. How much application money was payable here? That was rupees 100. So 85,000 people applied for the share by paying rupees 100 each. So the company received actually 85,000 into 100. How much money was received by the company in this case? That is rupees 85 lakh. Right? So they got a deposit of rupees 85 lakh as equity share application and allotment. Now, out of this 85 lakh, how many seats they can allot actually? That were 60,000 shares, right? So 60,000 into 100, how much they can keep with themselves is 60 lakh, right? Now debit is not as equals to credit. They have received 85 lakh, but they can adjust or keep only 60 lakh. What is to be done with the extra amount received? They need to refunded, right? So in case of your applications received are more than applications issued, that is the case of oversubscription. In that very case, you will receive the amount with the applications received. People applied for 85,000 shares. In 200 you received 85 lakh, but you can keep only 60 lakh. So how much number of shares would be refunded? 25,000 shares would be refunded, 100 each. That means 25 lakh rupees would be a refund here. So in this case of oversubscription, the first entry is passed with the applications actually received, but second entry we adjust with actually what we can allot, and rest is given as a refund. When we give back the money, the bank account would be credited because money is going out of the business, right? So here the entry was bank account debit, equity share application and allotment with 85 lakh. Equity share application and allotment account debit 85 lakh. To equity share capital 60 lakh. To bank rupees 25 lakh. And the narration being application money transferred to equity share capital and excess was refunded. So this is the case how we did for oversubscription. So I told you there could be the three cases. One where the number of applications received are less, that is under subscription. When applications received are equal to the issued, that is the case of the fully subscription. And if applications received are more than the actually issued, that is the case of the oversubscription, right? First case, we will do the question with the undersubscribed share. Second case, they were equal, so any of you take. In the third case, we will receive the money with the oversubscribed but refund the next part which is excess over there. So that is for the day about application money asked once by the firm, no further division of allotment or first call. Or third, next we also discussed about undersubscription, fully subscribed and oversubscribed. So that is for the day. We will continue with this topic in the upcoming videos. Like, share and subscribe. Accountitude keeps scoring.